Hello, my friends. Happy Tuesday. It's very late for me to be coming live for you today. Thanks for your patience with me. So, do you ever get like the crazy idea to do like a large project when you really don't have the time? That was me today. I managed to get like one little section of the wall done. What happened is I want to move some of the tables that are in my bedroom into the craft room because they'll be good for like when I'm prepping kits and like getting ready for shipping and that kind of stuff. So had it on my list to do for months to move those tables into this room and then to move my desk into my office or into my bedroom because I have two desks actually. So I was going to use that one as like, you know, a work desk for like bills and writing and whatever. And so the plan was to kind of rearrange the furniture. And then as I was getting ready to rearrange the furniture, I was vacuuming and I'm kind of cleaning up and I'm like, oh, but you know, if I'm going to move the furniture, then I should probably just take the wallpaper off so I don't have to move it again, right? I mean, I'm going to have to move it again anyway because we're going to have to paint eventually. Anyway, it's a long story short, and I ended up like creating a giant mess. We've got half the wallpaper off, and then we've got half the furniture still in the other room, half the furniture in this room. So it's really been a crazy day, and I am made a giant mess. So I don't know. I'm trying to find, I had to restart my computer for some reason, and I'm trying to get it so that I can see comments, and it's not working. Oh, I know why it's not working. Is that why it's not working? Here, let me try that. There we go. Okay, so hopefully you guys will find me. But yeah, so it's just been one of those days where I've just made bigger mess after bigger mess after bigger mess, and I'm still not showered. So I may try, I want to get that wall done. Like I want to get that little bit of the wall that I have left finished. And then I'll probably will take a shower and call it quits for the night. But I wanted to hop on here, say hello. There's some things we have to update you on. So there's a Black Friday sale going on right now. The biggest thing, because I know some of the cardstock has sold out. It was white, vanilla, black, and thick white cardstock that was on sale. I believe the thick white cardstock was still in stock the last time I looked, but the basic white was sold out at the moment. But all the blends are on sale, and there's some, I'm trying to think what else is on sale, but there's some sales happening. If you go to the website and just look at what's happening, and then, I think it's like sales or something. I forget what the category is, but you can find what's on sale, and that's through December 1st. So December 1st to the 9th, there's actually a sale on prepaid paper pumpkins, and I think that's actually even a better deal. So be sure to check that out. They're like, I think the lowest one is like $20 off, and then the next one's like $30 off, and the other one's like $50 or $60 off. So for the full year. So it's a great deal. So definitely check that out, and I'll send an email a little bit later with more details. I just don't have it off the top of my head. The other thing I wanted to mention to you is we've got the new catalog coming in January. There's also some new online exclusives. So I'm going to actually ship these straight from Stampin' Up! This year, because it's holidays, it's Christmas, it's all the things, and I just won't have time and bandwidth to ship them myself. So I will be including in my email list today a opt-in for you to opt into receiving the physical catalog from me. You just have to be one of my customers. If you're on my email list, that counts too. You just can't be a demonstrator because you'll get one directly from Stampin' Up! Anyway, so I don't need to send you one. It just costs me a lot of money to do that. So Stampin' Up! Will send, if you're already a demonstrator, Stampin' Up's going to send you one. So this one I will send to you, and we will do like a little video countdown as we get closer to the mini catalog. So just watch for that in your inbox today, because I need to order those by November 30th. So it's going to be a quick turnaround. So we'll have a few days for you to opt into that free catalog, and then I will get these they'll get shipped straight from Stampin' Up! Next month. So you should have them at the end of the month, and the catalog goes live. at the beginning of January. So let's do a little stamping. What do you say? I'm actually going to do, hi Diane, I'm going to do, we're going to transform a card that I did for card class into a holiday card, because that's the other thing that's happening, and that's the other thing that happened this morning is I was trying to find all my holiday cards, because I had planned to use all my existing cards to use for my holiday cards this year. And then I got a request for some donations for the baby center in Hyannis. They're doing a holiday card for each book that they're donating, and there's like 500 books. So I'm like, oh, well, I probably have like 250. So I gathered all the cards that I had that didn't say like Merry Christmas. They had to be like 'Tis the Season or Season's Greetings or Happy Holidays or something like that. So I have another set of cards that I think I can turn into holiday ones, so I'm going to do that so that I'll have a few more to give to them. So let's go ahead and turn this around and I'll show you what we're going to do. So, all right, let me show you the original. I'm going to pull this a little bit closer here. There we go. All right, so this was the card I did for card class last week, I guess it was. So just a really cute little card here. But I feel like we could make it holiday for sure, right? I actually could probably change this to red, and then that would really work too. But I might even just I might leave it the way it is and just add a Season's Greetings here, and I think it still works. So that's kind of my plan. So like I said, this was card class from last week, so it makes it really easy for me to do this. So we're gonna do, I have the Outdoor Adventure stamp set, which is part of a bundle, so there was dies that goes with this. This is the new packaging, so all of the packaging now from now on is going to be in this new envelope packaging. Let me just show you the difference from old to new. So these are the dies from our old stamps, or our old dies packaging, and then this is the new one. And then the stamp sets, obviously, are, so this is the old stamp sets, this is the new. The good part is you can put both the dies and the stamps in here, and it's going to be a lot thinner. Of course, you won't have the little images on the side, and you won't be able to kind of store it like a DVD anymore, but I feel like there's going to be some good ways for us to use this new packaging too. So I'm going to go ahead and grab the mousse out of here. Hi, Susan. And we're gonna just, actually we could make it with trees too, and that could be a good way to turn this into a holiday card as well. But I'm gonna stick with the moose because I like him, and I feel like he takes up a good amount of this space here. So I'm gonna just ink this up. I'm using Early Espresso. This stamp does have a little bit of watercoloring look to it, so it's going to not be consistent in color, and that's fine. That's the way it's supposed to look. So we're just gonna stamp that. So there you go. So see how it's kind of lights and darks? That's intentional. That's the way the stamp is. Oh, and you know what I don't have here is my adhesive, but let's see. Everything's kind of packed up too. It's all in the closet. Let me see if I can get this guy to work. So I'm gonna just use my liquid glue. Hopefully, this one I think is the one that's really jammed. Let's see if I can get it to go. Let's try doing this end. Did you know there was two ends to this? I didn't know this for a really, really long time, which is kind of funny. And that end's not going to work either. So, what else do I have here for glue? I have dimensionals, but I don't want to use those because I don't want this layer to be bulky. Alright, here we go. We got some fine tip glue. This is working, so we'll use this. This is not typically what I would use, but like I said, everything is in the other room. Alright, so I'm going to just go ahead and attach that. So So this is a 3x4 piece of pattern paper. This is a great way to be really resourceful with your paper, is to cut it at 3x4. Because if you've got a 12x12 piece of paper, you can get 12 pieces of the 3x4 out of one sheet, which means out of one pack you have 24 pieces. So you could do 24 cards with this layout using one pattern paper, which is kind of cool. I could not find the Early Espresso linen thread. I think it's in one of my boxes. So we're going to use this white and gold twine, which I think will look nice and kind of holiday-esque. So we're going to just do that. And I just tied a knot on this. I think whenever you're mass producing, the less fussy you can get with things, the better, although I did cut a lot of extra twine, so let's go ahead and just do a bow here. But I feel like if we're mass producing, knots are better, right? Quick and easy. I may actually stick a little glue dot down here because I want it to stay put. We'll see. And then this one I am going to put on with dimensionals, but I want to first, all my bone folders are missing too. I'm going to first do this because it's popping up on me. And then we're going to take the little stars from this set as well. And we're going to do a little background stamping. So I'm just going to take my block and tone on tone. I think it's the easiest way to get some good texture. This one needs to be re-inked, so I'm going to go towards the edges where there's more ink. And I'm just going to randomly stamp some of these guys. And they will be a little bit lighter once it dries. But you can see on my ink pad how it's really light in the middle and then not on the sides. That's because it needs to be re-inked. What happens most of the time is in class, everybody's hitting that same spot, which means all the ink in that middle section is getting taken up. So I'm gonna just kind of pick some ink up from the edges here. Here we go. And I don't know, maybe a little bit there. And let's do a little bit here too. And I'm gonna do them on the bottom too. I'm kind of avoiding the middle because the panel will be in the middle, so we won't really need that. That should be good. So then I'm just going to close this so we don't have any accidents. And then this will go right on top. It looks like I could use a little bit at the top there too though. So I'm going to just pick up some more ink. And we'll do this. We'll do that. And we'll do that. There we go. Just so you have some pattern there. And then I'm going to use dimensionals for this. And I think I have some edges to use up. Waste not, want not when it comes to dimensionals. I use every little bit. Okay, hi Chris, hi Cindy. Happy Thanksgiving, everyone. That is correct. I know, it's so hard to believe that it's already Thanksgiving. And it's late this year, which means holidays are going to be on us in a moment's notice. We were making our holiday list last night to figure out who else we needed to get for. We've been trying to go and get some stuff as we go, but it's sometimes hard to do that. So, but we've got some good progress. So we did a little more shopping online tonight for with some sales, and then I've got some things I need to grab, and then we're gonna do probably a night at the store this weekend to kind of hopefully get the rest of it. I would really love to be able to have everything in-house by December 1st and then just have to wrap. That's kind of my goal. Of course, I was hoping to have all my Christmas cards done too, and I honestly don't know what my plan is, because like I said, I need to donate most of the cards I have to a baby center, because I'm gonna donate. I'm doing Christmas cards with my gym next week, and you know, some of them will want to keep their cards, but some of them may donate one, and I'm going to donate the rest, and then that way they can give a hand stamped card along with each of the books that they're donating. But that means like my entire stash is gone. So I'm either going to have to start all over, or maybe this year I do a donation to the book drive and call it that, because I'm just not in I don't want it to be stressful this year. I just need a break, I think. So we'll see. I'll keep you posted. All right, so I'm going to change this to Season's Greetings. So again, I'm using the Early Espressos. This is the triple banner, the 3 banner punch. Did I show you guys this one? Do I have it out? I don't know if I have it. Yeah, this one, which is an online exclusive from November, I believe. This is like a must-have. Like, it punches the 3 banners. You guys know I do banner ends all the time. So if you struggle with that, that's a great punch to have. And then I'm using the, oh, I'm actually using a stamp from the Tractor & Co. But there is a banner, like, greetings, that works perfectly with that. There we go. So Season's Greetings. Okay, and then we're going to just put this onto the card so it kind of overlaps there. I'm going to use one dimensional on this side where it's kind of overlapping or kind of hanging off the part that's popped up. And then we're going to use adhesive on the other side, which this is not my ideal adhesive to use, but it's going to work because it's what I have right here. So then we're going to just pop this down like that. I probably should have taken that out of there. There we go. And then there's that. Now we could use a little bit of gold if I had any gold. Do I have any gold embellishments here? Oh, I don't, but I have some green sparkle. How about that? That will be good. I used white on the original, but we're trying to make it a little more Christmassy, so I'm going to use the green. So let's take my, oh, here we go. Maybe I'm going to just do this. My Take Your Pick tool. This is a great stocking stuffer, my friends. If you have any crafty friends that need a stocking stuffer, that is a good one. All right, and there you go. So we turned that into a holiday card instead of a birthday card. I think it makes a great masculine birthday card, but also really good for a holiday card too. And we're going to cheat and make some up for me to donate to the baby center. So thank you guys so much for joining me. Again, watch for my email later today. It will give you details on the sales that are happening this week. Also, we'll give you the link to be able to join the opt-in for a mini catalog to be sent to you. I can't show you the inside of this, but this is the beautiful outside of the new catalog, and I will be doing like a little countdown series probably in the beginning of January to just kind of show you some of the new goodies. So I hope you guys have a fabulous Thanksgiving. Thanks for joining me a little bit later than normal. I hope you guys have a great week, and we'll see you again next week for another video and crafting together. Have a great week. Happy Thanksgiving for those of you in the US. Bye for now.